You're not always going to work with the best people. Not everyone in corporate America is a winner. And it could be your boss, it could be your peers, it could be leadership in the company. When you start in corporate America, I think a lot of times coming out of college especially, I assumed that if somebody was really high up in the organization, that meant that they were a great leader or a great boss or a great person in general. And that's not always the case. In fact, 50-50 if that's the case or not. Most of the time, there's not much you can do about it. So the best thing you can do for yourself is change how you personally react to that negativity. And what I have found that really helps whenever you work with terrible people is adopt this attitude of staying completely unbothered. And what that means is, as difficult as it is whenever you hear something that's really stupid or you don't agree with what's being said, just remember that you don't need to react because you are getting paid regardless. You're getting paid regardless if you hear something stupid or if you hear something smart. So change your reaction towards it. For you to get benefit out of this corporate world, you have to maximize the output of the effort you're putting in. Success means working as little as possible, getting the most out of it as you can, and not letting things get to you so it doesn't affect you mentally and does not result in stress in your life. I'm at work and I'm getting paid regardless of what I hear. I'm going to maximize my effort by usually being agreeable and nice and being friendly and being somebody that everybody wants to work with. And I don't really have to care this much about what's going on in that moment because I have a whole life outside of work. If you remember that, it's a lot easier to let those things roll off your back. It's a lot easier not to engage in that negativity. It's a lot easier not to respond negatively when you're frustrated. Adopt the attitude of staying unbothered as much as possible. Just think to yourself, it's not worth it. I'm going to get paid regardless of my reaction. I will be better off by not reacting negatively so that I don't have to regret it later or apologize for it later. So my best approach is not to react, to listen calmly, to hear what the other person is saying. And if I have to push back, some things you have to push back, then I will. But most of the time you won't. And just let it go. Put in your time, get paid for it, go home and focus on other things in your life that you do have a lot more control over. You will never change the negative people you work with, so change your attitude towards those people, change your reaction towards those people, and remember that you're grateful to even have a job, especially in this economy. And I promise you that attitude switch will completely change every single day in corporate America for you. You have to get better at not reacting to things because you have to remember that none of it actually matters.